Happy finally Friday. Seattle Kraken showed well on national television last night with a big 6-2 win over San Jose. Brandon Montour scored a couple of goals while Joey Decord stopped 26 of 28 shots on goal in the victory. ESPN was at Climate Pledge Arena on a good night in Seattle.
Face-off win for the Kraken. The backhand out of the zone. Bjorkstrand, stretch pass, driving the net, shot, score! Chandler Stevenson with a strike for Seattle. Here is Montour. Cup last year with Florida. The Sharks find the net off a lucky bounce, and San Jose pulls even. Tolvin in for Seattle. Would you be an iPad guy on the bench if they had it? Score! The rebound in front. Bjorkstrand gives Seattle a 2-1 lead. Leaves it over for Walker Dewar, who turns it over. Shane Wright off the bench. Here comes Montour. Score! Jumping out of the box is Schwartz for Seattle, as that one healed by Wallman, and the pass that was too far in. Now out of the box with a head of steam. Schwartz driving in, short-handed. Score! Montour across for McCann. Leaves it for Stevenson. 50 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Cross eyes, one-timer, score! Pick in the corner. Second goal for Montour. 5-1 Seattle. Thrun leaves it for Celebrini. Cross ice to Foley. Down low, score! San Jose on the board, and Tyler Toffoli. Flipped in by Cunnin. Josh Mahura has it. And now, Tolvanen cuts to the center. Tolvanen, score! And the finishing touches on a 6-2 win on home ice over the San Jose Sharks. A couple of goals for Brandon Montour. And a strong showing for the Kraken and a much-needed 2 points.
Seattle hosts Calgary Sunday at 6 o'clock. That's on King 5 and Kong TV. Eastern and Washington State came up a little bit short in men's college basketball last night. Eagles fell to Idaho State 78-70. Cougars came up 2 points short of Pacific 70-68. Busy schedule tomorrow. Starts in the morning for Washington and Minnesota. That's at 9 a.m. on the Big Ten Network. Eastern visits Weber State at noon. Washington State plays at San Francisco at 7 o'clock. Gonzaga visits St. Mary's. That's at 8 o'clock on ESPN. Eastern women used a big fourth quarter to come back and force overtime. It beat Idaho State 78-71. Washington State beat Pacific's 82-70. Gonzaga shot down San Diego 64-48. WSU hosts San Diego tomorrow at noon. Pacific visits Gonzaga at 2, while Eastern Washington hosts Weber State. Haley Van List, TCU Horned Frogs visits Iowa State at Sunday at 1 o'clock. That's on FS1. Washington plays at 8th-rated Ohio State Sunday at 2 on the Big Ten Network. The Eastmont boys and girls beat Wenatchee in Big Nine wrestling last night. The Eastmont girls benefited from 5 Wenatchee forfeits, defeating the Panthers 42-28, despite only winning 2 head-to-head matches. I had the call here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Looking for a pin, looking for a major decision, and takedown will get it started here for McNaught. So she goes up by a score of 3-0, and quickly looking for a pin here, and she gets it. How about that? Just 39 seconds into the bout. Yep, she is looking for that near side cradle, but it looks like she might try to turn her opposite. And she will, and she's looking for the pin, and she's got exposure points at least. And a pin. 1 minute and 13 seconds into the match. Alana Dixon gives Eastmont their first win of the night. Tried to reach out for a single leg there, and then torn down, and then look out. Hoffman got the pinning move there on the takedown. So she's got 3 on the takedown. And now looking for the pin. Our official, Brandon White, looking for shoulders on the mat, and now turning around and facing the other way. And Hoffman will get the pin. 1 minute and 25 seconds into round number 1. So 3 contested matches and 3 pins here. This time for the Panthers, as they'll go up 18-6 on the scoreboard. And we get another 3-point takedown here by Gianandrea. So with 16 seconds, looks like Gianandrea, the freshman, is going to knock off the senior, Maddie Vibert. Now looking for more, maybe even more teams points with 9 seconds with 8. Can Vibbert hang on? And she got the pin with 3 seconds left in the match. She'll go for the far side power half. Shove the head down, but then Peterson able to counter that pretty well. She has the leg of Salgado with 13, with 12. Now stands up, has the leg still. 8 seconds, trying to crowd, and we'll get the reversal. And that's a 2-point reversal for Peterson with 1 with 0, and that'll be the final score. 14-6. Stephanie Salgado will get the victory. Perez also participated in the tournament in Othello. And a reverse one way, then a reverse the other way with 48 seconds to go. And now looking for the pin is Cuevas on Perez. Perez got the reversal, got 2 points for it. She trails at 6-3, but now adding more and a pin. 1 minute and 23 seconds in the first round is Jasmine Moreno Cuevas for Eastmont.
Eastmont boys earned 6 wins, 4 by pin, and a 52-20 win over Wenatchee. Panthers got 1 win by pin, which was a very quick one by D'Angelo Negretti.
So again, Blaze Sapp for Eastmont. D'Angelo Negretti for the Wenatchee Panthers. Negretti on the season for Wenatchee, an incredible 26-3, and he'll quickly get the 3-point takedown. Looking for a pin in the first seconds of this match, and he does in 17 ticks on the clock. Win by pin, and maybe gets, oh, look out, he's got that head again. He's got to give up the cradle. Does Despain, or else he's going to find himself in trouble, and he's found himself in trouble, and now reaching back is Salazar Flores. Give him the 2-point reversal and the pin. 1:09 into round number 3. Rios absolutely gassed at this point. Hawkins has the arm barred, looking to get any more points here. Can he? He will turn him. Will he get points? And he will. With time running out, he will get a 3-point near fall. That will be a technical win, a technical knockout, or a technical fall here. I believe 19-2 is the win for Tyler Hawkins. Now Mercado looking for the far side cradle. He's got it. Tipped his knee into his back, and now getting some near fall points. Looking for the pin. A lot of time left, and he will run out of time. Will Brandt in round number 2. So Mercado with a win by pin. Now Dixon with the far side cradle. Very strong wrestler on the bottom here in Gutzweiler as we're a minute in. Now near fall points, looking for the pin is Dax Dixon, and he's gonna get it. Oh my gosh, look at that. 53 seconds into the match. Overtime, 190 pounds. Lamb on top here. Benner trying to keep him from getting around his waist. Lamb trying to break him down and spin, and now looking for the turn, looking for the cover. He gets it. 3-point takedown, and Logan Lamb will win the match. 6-3 in overtime. What a match. Ricardo looking for pin here, and he is close. Ricardo Kalunga Jr. Chest to chest pin. It'll be 2 minutes and 29 seconds into the match. Now talking with Dax Dixon, who got a big win at 175 pounds tonight. I was asking him before we got on the air. So John Gutzweiler and you've seen each other a few times, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've been looking at him all week, trying to see what he's done at other tournaments, preparing for it.
Well, you guys both came in after wins in tournaments last weekend and both had great records on the season. Talk about what your game plan was. I mean, were you a little surprised to get a pin that quick?
I mean, when I wrestled before, I pinned him pretty in first round, but I know he's a big thrower, so I knew on my shots I had to stay low and not get too high so he could throw me right away.
Other boys' scores from last night found Richland edging Moses Lake 38-25. Prosser beat Quincy 56-16. Ephrata eased by East Valley 55-15, and Cashmere down Royal 44-31. Huge wrestling event for the girls tomorrow in Quincy. 39 teams in town for the Cattlemen's Association Bring Home the Beef tournament. Gets underway tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastmont, Omak, Quincy boys gathering in Tonasket tomorrow morning at 10:30. 3 scores turned in for boys basketball games from last night. East Valley beat Quincy. Omak edged Brewster in a high-scoring affair, 94-86. And Moses Lake Christian got by Waitsburg, 77-41. On the girls' side last night, East Valley down Quincy. Brewster beat Omak. Wilson Creek topped Cascade Christian, and Moses Lake Christian down Waitsburg. The girls' schedule tonight has Wenatchee at Sultan. Eastmont visits Davis. Moses Lake hosts West Valley. Ephrata takes on Ellensburg. Cashmere's at Royal. Chelan hosts Bridgeport. Manson travels to Okanagan. Lake Roosevelt plays at Liberty Bell. Cascade hosts Tonasket. Antioch at Soap Lake. Waterville Mansfield plays at 7:30 at Pateros. Pateros and Waterville Mansfield boys play before the girls tonight at 6. Wenatchee visits Sultan at 6:45. Eastmont plays at Davis at 7, while Moses Lake hosts West Valley. Ellensburg visits Ephrata. Royal welcomes Cashmere at 7:15, while Bridgeport's at Chelan. Tonasket travels to Cascade at 7:30. Manson's at Okanagan. Liberty Bell hosts Lake Roosevelt. Antioch's at Soap Lake, also at 7:30. We go from a crowded schedule tonight to not so much tomorrow. The Cashmere girls play at Wapello at 3:45. Wenatchee hosts Sunnyside at 4:30. Chelan's at Waterville Mansfield at 5:30. On the boys' side, Waterville Mansfield boys host Moses Lake Christian at 4. Wapello hosts Cashmere at 5:15. Sunnyside's at Wenatchee at 6. Moses Lake travels to Eisenhower, also at 6 o'clock. Wenatchee Wild play the first of 2 weekend games tonight in Saskatoon. Blades and Wild drop the puck at 6 o'clock tonight. Wenatchee heads for Prince Albert tomorrow at 6. Moose Jaw will host the Wild on Tuesday. That's also at 6 o'clock. You can hear all the action with our buddy Austin Andrade on 560 KPQ. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a great weekend.